Hey Sagittarius, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your 11 separation read for the month of March. I wanted to say thank you for the 2.2 thousand views for last month's second half. I sure appreciate y'all. Well, with all the alignments coming together in the last month and a half, it should feel like you've got a new lease on life, right? Because there's been a lot of purging and making intention for the way forward. So I know it feels like that for me, and for those of you who can relate. So, see what we got in love, Sagittarius. Worry not, okay? Worry not. Resolution and healing is coming. Visualize, affirm, and manifest, and divine timing. Free will, life purpose. So, some of you, this is a twin flame reading right off the bat. I know, twin flame. So, let's take a look here. This is about, of course, self-work. This is about healing triggers and traumas and, crap from childhood or whatever, okay? Also, there's an issue about what's your mission. So right off the bat with the twin flames, is it about this, pull that you feel toward them? Yes, and that's by design, right? Is it about this connection that you've got with this person? Yes. But it's also about what your mission is here, right? I mean, what did you sign up to do when you came here? A lot of times people get so distracted and so wrapped up in the 3D relationship that they forget they volunteered for a position here, right? So, in other words, they get wrapped up in the 3D and they forget that their job here is to elevate people from that to the 5D and beyond, right? So, life purpose. So, look at your North Node in your chart, do your life path number, whatever. And that'll help you get on your way to your life purpose, because your North Node is what you're working toward. Your South Node is your past life, what you're gravitating away from, right? So life purpose, divine timing is at play here. So what that means is sometimes we can't see why things work out the way they work out until they work out, and then we're like, now I understand why it didn't work out before. Free will is being exercised in this situation. So sometimes you've got a twin who they exercise their free will, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it other than understand that just as they have free will, so do you. And you're not chained to this journey. You're not chained to the journey in the way that you're not chained to that person. So don't forget, do not fall in love with the face. You fall in love with the energy of a person. And with twin flames, it's not actually the person, it's the energy. So, free will. So let's get some cards on it and kind of see what we got going on here, Sagittarius. Sometimes we have to remember to turn this journey within instead of without. Our satisfaction is never going to be in that person fulfilling our every desire and expectation. It's about us fulfilling our desire and expectation. Justice, balance. Maintaining the balance between the two, the balance between the yin and the yang, the balance of energy between the two of you. Somebody's defensive and wanting to move forward because someone's not communicating the journey. Someone is in denial about the connection. Excuse me there. Somebody is in denial about the connection. So let's see what's been happening with your partner, Sagittarius. overcoming toxicity is one thing. So we got an out of sight, out of mind type of thing, okay, happening. So somebody's kind of like, you know what, if they can't see me, I can't see them. Well, you know, that's okay, but in these kinds of relationships, in the twin flame journey or the divine partner or whatever the hell you guys are calling it nowadays, this is not actually a defense, okay? In other words, this is kind of like when you do this in your twin flame journey and it's out of sight, out of mind. Well, if I can't access them, if I can't look at them, if I can't, you know, if I can shut them out, then I don't have to worry about this situation anymore. And it's not the case. In fact, when you do this on a twin flame journey, you amplify the connection and you make it worse. You throw in your twin into soul shock, or they're throwing you into soul shock, or whatever. You know, like, because you got that cord between you, right? You try to cut that cord and it's painful. So if you're a twin who's doing that, or if you have a twin who's doing that, just know they are hurting themselves more than they're hurting you, because they're actually amplifying every other thing in the relationship, okay? So let's see what's going on with you, Sagittarius. Light bulb moment. Somebody's trying to have a light bulb moment. They will have a light bulb moment as a result. You want transformation. Yeah, so, okay, so you're trying not to think about it either. You don't think it's fair what's happening. And you want the reconciliation, and you want to tell them, look, we're supposed to be together. Don't you understand? We're twin flames. We're supposed to be together, right? And you're not, here you are, Sagittarius, out of balance here. You're not finding any peace and harmony in this situation right now. You feel like there's a lot of deception happening, and you're holding on despite the fact that you feel deception, but you're trying to move away from this idea too. So here's the thing. Let them do their out of sight, out of mind thing. Let them do it, okay? Let them do it, because they're going to learn their lesson on that. And the lesson will be a revelation within. That's where you want them to go, right? And you're trying to do the same thing. So if you feel like you should take a break on this or move away from it, do that. However, the movement that you make away from the expectation of this person needs to be put on yourself in the inner world. You're never going to find peace in thinking that you can't be a whole person without your twin. You're never going to find peace if the expectation is that you can only be whole if your twin flame allows you to be whole. You can only be whole if that person recognizes the connection and, interacts with you as a result of that. That's not going to make you whole. Will it fulfill the expectation from the ego that you have in the situation? 100%. But will it make you whole? No. And guess what? It's going to keep happening and happening and happening until the both of you are whole independently. So let's see what the blocks are for your partner. So if you're moving away from the situation, make sure you're moving away for the right reasons to focus on yourself. And then this just occurred to me. People often ask, or people often, I'm sure, think, well, why the fuck are we doing all this stuff? Why is there all this issue with all this trouble? Let's make it really very simple. People are going out there and getting laid and going on dates and having love experiences without being in a twin flame journey, yes. But understand, when you are a twin, you are a volunteer, right? And you agreed to come here to do a specific task. This has nothing to do with love relationship, right? This has to do with, hey, you know what? Remember your contract. What are you supposed to be doing with your gifts, with yourself? So yeah, 3D relationships, 100%. If you do that, it's always going to be a karmic. It's always going to be somebody that eventually you'll figure out you were feeling yourself about. So whatever. If you want to see other people, great. Go see other people. But understand that your main objective here is not this union, this relationship. Your main objective is, what are you doing for the betterment of others? What are you doing for the betterment of humanity? What is it that you've been called to do? That's what you should start focusing on. And again, you need to consult your North Node, you need to consult Life Path, you need to consult all those things in order to figure out where you need to be heading. So anyway, rant over. Your partner's going to start unblocking you. They've trapped themselves from something that has been holding them back. This free will situation or whatever, this out of sight, out of mind has resulted in, you know, an epiphany for them. And now they realize your position in this relationship as the empress, as the committed partner, as the whatever. And they're going to start freeing themselves from this idea that they had to block you out because this connection was trapping them, right? So basically, sometimes in this journey, you feel like you're bound to this person. You're bound to this idea because it will not go away. Well, it won't go away, so you need to address it, right? So they're coming out of that mentality. And it's also very important that your partner feels like they've got a choice. They don't have to. They don't have to do anything, right? And so they're coming out of this mentality in which they felt trapped in this journey with you. So let's see what your blocks are. Sagittarius, you the block for you is coming into union. The block for you is confusion about this dynamic in this relationship. You want to move forward. That's your block. Wish fulfillment in coming into union and being in a 3D relationship is where you're blocked at. So again, you have to take the focus off of this being a regular templated relationship and understand that, hey, this is a little bit bigger than me wanting to be in the same house with my twin, right? And if that's what you want, find a soulmate, right? So let's see what the block between you and your partner is. Again, light bulb moments happening for your person. Yeah, totally dark night of the soul. Moving forward, understanding that, okay, light bulb moments happened. Boom. You know, their life blew up, right? Okay, because when you run from this kind of deal, and let me tell you, I know because I've been a world-class runner, like I'm a gold medalist for runner, okay? Trust me. So, boing, enlightenment after tower, after their worlds crashed down and fell apart. Okay, things from the past have to be laid down for them. Lovers from the past have to be laid down with them. Traumas have to be laid down. Understanding and also having an epiphany about what the connection stands for. Forward movement. This is about a person who seeks their validity in sex. This is a person who seeks their validity in not being caught. Not going to get caught. So you bring to them some truth and you bring to them some good counsel. You've experienced with them being a catalyst in their world, right? And so, twin flame journey, out of sight, out of mind, right? No, I am not going to, I don't want any part of that. I don't want it. Goodbye, go away. So the recognition of the connection is the issue, right? So let's see how they feel about you. They want to nurture you. They feel like you're very warm and a safe place, right? Sometimes people have to stand on their own 2 feet, okay? So they've got to figure some things out for themselves. They've not told you, I think, that they're having a hard time financially. And they've not told you that they've not communicated that they're not feeling a lot of hope and a lot of positive forward movement in their life or for their life. And they've not communicated to you that they're carrying a lot of burdens. But I think that they see you carrying burdens and you're not communicating that to them either. They want to heal this situation. They want a new beginning, but they want to take things methodically and slow. So this is a person who's not going to rush into relationship with you. Maybe sex was, something that they rushed into because they feel comfortable expressing that. But what they want is this Ten of Cups with you. And this is this is a union card. So they want to heal this situation. They want a new beginning with you. But the emphasis on this thing, this time around, is not going to be on sex. This is going to be on emotional fulfillment. And they've made a decision that they're trying to work up the courage to talk to you about needing to be on their own for a little while, not coming into commitment, nurturing forward movement. They're not going to try to come back and make this a situation in which, you've got to decide, I've come back and it's a happy ending. No. They want to do things the right way, step by step, but they recognize within themselves at this point, which even though it's disappointing, it may not be ending in 3D relationship, they're recognizing at this point that they've got to heal. They've made progression, and that's what you want them to do, even if it's not with you, right? Because you have to make the decision to release the expectation of how you want this to turn out and understand that you want what's for the highest good overall. So what they're saying to you is, I've got to heal some stuff. I'm healing some stuff. I want us to be in communication. I want us to be in connection. I don't want to rush into sex. I don't want to rush into committed relationship because we're twins. Don't want to rush into any of that. They're saying to you, I value you and I value what you've contributed to my life. And I want to contribute something to your life, but I've got to take care of my business first. So they may not be coming in and offering you relationship right off the bat, which they are having guilt feelings about, and they're having issues about that. Again, going on a spiritual journey is heartbreak because it causes conflict and it doesn't happen to end in union. They want this commitment, but they don't want it right now. And they know that there's going to be a loss. They're holding on to you, but they're not communicating to you or bringing you an offer right now. Okay, so the desire is this. Yes, I want to come in and I want to have this relationship with you, but I can't right now. I just can't do it right now. So let's see what their intention is. This is kind of a deep one because it's so bittersweet. They recognize the connection, yet they don't want relationship. It's kind of like damned if you do and damned if you don't. They want to try to make things work and they want to be transparent with you. They don't want to lie to you. They don't want another relationship. They don't want other opportunities. They want it with you, but they're not ready right now. They're going to be coming to you and gushing out this idea that they love you and that they're not rejecting you. And victory is yours, okay? Give them time. Give them some space to do what they need to do. They are coming back to you, period. But sometimes we let pride and stubbornness stand in our way and it prevents our forward movement, right? So let's see why they're attracted to you. I'm not saying hang around for 15 years, okay? Anything like that. What I'm saying is give them a moment. Give them a moment. Because more than a moment turns into excuse, and excuse turns into pattern. Give them a moment. They like the fact that you bring about change in their life. You represent to them a new opportunity, a new way to live. They like it that you're not afraid to take control of the situation. You could be dealing with Taurus, Aries. I've got Gemini. I've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Of course, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fire signs. I've got Libra specific. So you represent a new opportunity. And they want to be this energy to you, this emperor energy, just like you're the empress energy over here, right? They want this idea, this opportunity to come with you and be in union in this relationship, right? However, and they want to take this leap of faith. And they see that in you. You are the opportunity. You make them see life differently. You make them love differently. And they want to be this masculine energy to your feminine energy. They want this relationship to come together. And they're willing to take a leap of faith with you here. That's why they're attracted to you. Because you're their mate. You're their match. They know you're their twin. Let's see what their intention is. They're not going to waste time making the transformation once they're ready to. Okay, now, have they been dragging their feet and they tried the out of sight, out of mind stuff where if I can't see you, you can't see me? They're done with that. They're coming into a new cycle of knowing themselves. And once they get there, they're not going to be wasting any time getting this together. They've made the decision to stop juggling, but the thing is, they know that if they don't deal with their own crap right now, they're not going to be any good to you in relationship. They want the desire to come together with you in union. They want to offer you this cup. But you have to stop and ask yourself, in the present, not in the future, not what it could be, not what it used to be, but what is it today? You have to stop and ask yourself, you know what? Are they good for me right now? Is this what I want right now? Because I'm not sure that in the present state of mind of my partner, if this is going to work, if I want them that way. Of course, feeling chained to this situation, feeling chained to this twin flame journey is what they're experiencing right now. And putting in the work in is where they're going next, right? Putting in the work in is the next stage to bring this union about. But we've all had those episodes, right, in which we're like, you know, I'm sick of this crap. What's happening here? I'm just always running around like a clown here. I'm tired of this. I want done with this. My twins run around over here acting like they don't have any idea what life is about. And we all get sick of it, but it's something that we don't feel like we can get out of. So we all have times in which we feel chained to this situation. So I think what this is saying here is about comfort. You know, comforting yourself. Your twin needs your comfort. You need their comfort, okay? And that can mean a lot of things. It could just mean, hey, you know what? Be a little bit tender with yourself. Be a little bit warm with yourself. You know, when somebody's sick, you take care of them. A warm bath or some, you know, warm chicken soup or whatever, right? Be that to yourself right now. And remind yourself, you know, you have free will too. You have a choice too. And you can choose to focus on today, whatever brings you fulfillment, instead of keeping the focus constantly on the person. It needs to be inverted back on yourself. So let's see kind of what they want to say to you maybe. They're coming into recognition of this situation, but they're still skittish. And I think any form of control or any form of ego, any form of chains of any kind will send them running in the other direction. So just remember velvet ropes, people, okay? You can hang on to them as far as being conscientious, but you don't hang on to them out of a need of possession. Okay, and that could be what they're doing to you, right? I can't stop thinking about you. Bing, I wish I had treated you better. The timing just wasn't right. Free will, divine timing. I wish I could share my good news with you that I've discovered my problem. You came closer than anyone. I lost myself for a little while. I replay our conversations over and over. They bury themselves in work to forget about you. I'm so attracted to you. I'm becoming a better person. And they remember every detail of that day. So they fluctuate just like you do in between, you know, this yearning and this hate for being chained to you, they feel like, right? But this is about their ego dying, okay? And yours as well. So let's see what their next move may be. So they want union with you, but, you know, they got to kind of have some time. I give them a minute, not 15 years. 15 years is somebody not waking up. 15 years is somebody who has chosen to opt out of the journey. You know, so a minute's okay, a long time is not okay. Okay, you have access to your twin anytime. I've said before, separation with your twin is an illusion. This is just representative of the physical distance between the two of you. But because you're psychically connected with your twin, you're going to have moments of, some of you could be experiencing telepathy, where you have moments of a song pops in your head that you shared, or some sort of memory, or some sort of idea that comes to you. Transference also. You feel their sadness, their pain, their joy, their happiness, whatever. So that's happening currently. And when you get in that cycle, if you don't learn to put it in perspective pretty quick, you can, you know, you can be having a hard time with that, because sometimes it feels like you're schizophrenic, you know, or maybe you're experiencing mental health breakdown, and it's not. It's just simply the nature of this kind of a relationship. There's longing for you. They hate that they miss you, and they hate that they love you. They hate themselves for loving you, right? And you too, you feel the same. They're spiteful about the fact that they long for you. So they could be presenting you with something, flowers, or could be presenting you with something in the present to gift you. Basically, what this means is that they're just trying to get your attention. They're just trying to have an act of kindness. But they're checking the temperature of the situation, okay? That's what they're going to be doing, is checking your temperature to see if you will accept it. Next move is to present something to you. So let's see how they feel about you in the bedroom. You are the subject of all their fantasies when they're alone by themselves. Sagittarius, they enjoy this spontaneity, okay, in lovemaking. And they know that either if you've been intimate with your partner, they enjoy this intimacy that you've had, this out-of-the-box kind of stuff. Impromptu, perhaps, the fire in the situation. But now there's not currently anything happening. And there's not currently anything happening because you're at odds with each other, and they are at odds with themselves. And there's not a coming together in the situation. They want that to cease. They desire you physically, and they fantasize about you quite a lot. And of course, here we go. There's this match, this intimacy, and this match. This passionate match, yin and yang. And that's a beautiful thing. So let's get some love cards. Oh, let's get some of these on it. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Compromise. Okay. So remember when I was talking earlier about, excuse me, it's kind of a bittersweet kind of deal. Because although they recognize now or they may have had some sort of a light bulb moment about, oh my God, now understand. They're still going to be in the mindset that they have some stuff to work out, right? So mutual understanding, flexibility, give and take brings rewards. So that's going to be a hard one to swallow, right? Because you're going to be like, this kind of feels and sounds like another excuse. And am I going to be participating in this again, right? But this is part of this journey, is to understand that we're here to break templating. We're here to break things that bring people's vibration and their ability to ascend and see and be happy and, not be a slave to the matrix, right? That's what we're here to do. And so because of that, this isn't going to be, June and Ward Cleaver. This isn't going to be, hi, honey, I'm on my way home. It's not going to be like that all the time. So you have to understand, with this relationship, you're going to have to be flexible. And most of all, you're going to have to be flexible with yourself and what you may think is a cop-out, or what you may think is, this isn't normal, so I can't accept it, right? So mutual understanding, them coming back to you to explain to you, hey, you know what, I understand, but, this is my problem. Balance, yin and yang, balance coming together. So after this period of time, dark night of the soul, being mad over here, coming to a compromise and having the strength and courage to come to that compromise, there's going to be a balance between the two of you. What you need to do is stay centered in your higher self. You've got to get centered on what your purpose is and where you're going and what you want, not on what they're doing, right? After that, union. So somebody is understanding that the lower their vibration, the more 3D they are. The lower their vibration, the more in denial they are of this connection. So compromise is what you're going to have to decide whether or not you want to do it. Somebody obviously has something that they want to say, that they have to say, and they have to get off of their chest. So be prepared for some shocking information, okay? This could come out of the blue, that they could be professing their love to you, but there's a catch. They're professing their love to you, but I can't be with you right this minute, right? So that's going to be a bitch. Okay, taking time for yourself is going to be something you're going to have to do. Love who you are. Don't be worried about them. Love who you are. This is about returning of yourself in abundance in your own self-love. Self-love is focusing on yourself sometimes, not focusing on what the other person is, and then, trashing your validation because they're not accepting you the way that you think they should be, right? Love who you are. You're divine and wonderful, and you deserve everything, all the wonderful things life has to offer. But sometimes you got to be co-creative about that. I love you. These are very important words. So that, I think, is the shocking information that you're going to be getting in this situation. I love you, but speak the language of love. Loving words. They have the power. Words always have power to raise or lower vibration, to manifest, to make or break somebody's day. So just remember the words that you use. You've got 2 8s here and a 2. So this is about understanding where the abundance in this situation lies and not where the lack lies. So let's get some advice card on it. And this has ran over like for 100 years. This is a very powerful twin flame message, though, Sagittarius. This is not about possessing another person in order to validate you, or vice versa. This is about understanding that to love somebody means that they feel free and that they have choices, right? And this could be how you know it feels for you with your partner. So reverse it if you need to. Okay, I feel my way into faith. Faith. Not, I want it because this is what I think is the right thing. I feel my way into faith one step at a time. One step at a time. Bridge. Crossing this bridge from non-union to union. And being flexible about that situation. Flexible doesn't mean being a doormat, okay? That's not what it means. I heal the habit of fear, because that's where this ego trip is coming from, is from fear. I heal the habit of fear, and I embrace the habit of love. Unconditional love, meaning I only love you when you do what I want you to. No, it means, you know what? I love you no matter what, because you are me and I am you, right? It means that even though we're not in a 3D or regular whatever kind of relationship together, that I'm not using that as a means to validate my own ego. I want what's the highest good for you. So if it means that I'm not in the picture, it means that we're not in a relationship, I still want what's best for you because I want you to ascend and I want you to elevate. And that takes a lot of courage. And that takes a lot of social templating breakthroughs, okay? And that takes a lot of work about balancing the self and stopping that monkey brain, right? I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Embrace the habit of love. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you, and I'll see you guys later.